Here's John. Welcome, YouTubers, subscribers, followers, ladies and gentlemen, friends and foes. 101 westbound Ventura County. I wanted to share with you the climate, per se, how dry Southern California is getting. And again, if they don't get water this year, they're in deep trouble. Weird things are happening in California because Californians do weird things, i.e. the way they vote, the way they act, behave. They're just doing weird things, and I think they're starting to pay a price for it, if there is a price, because in California you don't really pay a price for anything. Hence the grab and grow, the smash and go, I'm sorry, not grab and go. Of course that too, on the small scales, grab and go. But look at the mountains, okay? I've been in Arizona. Central Arizona is definitely greener than this. Actually, on 17 from Phoenix to the Prescott change, the junction, Cortez, is greener than this, which is just bizarre. These hills kind of resemble like quartzite. There's a Chiriaco summit on the way to Blythe. This looks like Palm Springs, folks. Look at those hills. They're pretty much bald. And what I want you to do is take notice behind these, way back up along, going up into the Topas, like by Ojai and whatnot. Those things are completely bald as well. Now remember, we're 10 minutes from the ocean, Malibu, and these hills are bald. They're super brown or grayish. There's nothing left. Okay, so take a peek, and then see what we can get by the scales here. Stay with me on this one. Scales are closed, so maybe I could, well, I've got to stay on this lane, okay, but I'll be able to go fairly slow to try to capture what I'm trying to show for you folks. Look at these hills. Alright, look at that. If I didn't tell you where I was at, you would think you were at Chiriaco Summit or on your way to Las Vegas, right? Okay, so stay with me. See if we can get this drop a little bit here. Try to stay over here a little bit. Yeah, it's going to be hard to capture it, folks. It was super clear yesterday. I might be able to get it for you. Okay, let's see here. Look at the hills in the background. Look at that. Look at those. Look at all this. Bald. See them back there? They're white. They're literally white. There's nothing on those hills. Okay? How sad is that? This is what you have here. Okay? So much for California's green days. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Look at that. Look at those hills back there, folks. Is that amazing or what? Then over here, this is what you see here. With this super dry. Okay. You can see the ocean. Way out there is the ocean. So just in case you're wondering, this is not Palm Desert that I'm trying to pull a little quickie on you. Democrat deception to show you that the polar bear's got nowhere to stand on the ice. I'm not going to do one of those. But look at those hills. Look at them back there. They're white, bald. They're like ashes. Ashes to ashes. And here's a close up here. Okay. And then if you're able to water, get some of that action. But California is really starting to get punished. Okay? I know firsthand that Arizona's greener than here, hanging out over there. So let's see if the climate changes, folks. I'm not sure it's gonna, but here's your better perspective as I come down the Camarillo grade. Alright, you can see that. And they're all white. And here's what it looks on the side. And then if you look out afar, now there's the Channel Islands way out there. You can see a couple of them. A little hazier today than it was last couple days. Still fairly super clear. And these are what the hills look like close up. Little cactus resembling Arizona. They're the only things that are still alive. Look at this, folks. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Some trash. Gotta have the trash, man. Kind of weird, but what would California be without trash? I mean, you guys have to see that Melrose video. Wow. That's the graffiti ghetto of the world. Look at this, folks. Let me zoom it in. There you go. Alright, look at that. Look at those hills. Crisp. Bold. Fishy. Stay with me. Now we're at the bottom here. We're just going to enter into the city of Camarillo, which is part of Ventura County. They run a tight ship, but they're slipping too. So here you go, little cacti. And these trees that are there, these are California pepper trees. They are not native. Even though they're called California pepper trees, they came from Peru. As the eucalyptus came from Australia, but they tend to be native here because they can reseed and keep growing and growing and growing because the climate's very similar. There's a eucalyptus, the lime greenish, this green one right here, California pepper, next to the eucalyptus. And then there's all the cacti on the hill. And then over to the west here, farmland. So again, you can see what's happening in California. Look at that. Those hills in the back, they're bald. John, out! Ventura County, Camarillo. Look at these trees real quick. Because they're not watering them. Supposedly don't have any water.